Hey everybody, welcome back for another Eiyuden Chronicle update. It feels like it's been a while because we got the last two updates within 3 weeks of each other, and now it's been at least a solid month until this one, so it feels like it's been a while. So as always, I'm excited to get into it. Quick thought though, we pretty much get a character revealed with every update, and while I have been enjoying the character profiles and seeing the new character art, I feel like it's been a while since I've truly latched onto a character for Eiyuden Chronicle. Like there hasn't been a design I've been super excited about, I think really since the Kickstarter launch, when we had Gar and Hakugen, the one Kickstarter character ninja that we got to vote for, and so on and so forth. So I'm really hoping we get something cool down the road, or maybe even this update, like a new Beastman or woman, or Hakugen's actual profile, or someone in like some badass armor, or an elf or a dwarf, or there would even talk of androids and stuff. So I'm really hoping we get some kind of maybe more far out there, crazier designs. Maybe not crazy, but just something a little bit more, I guess, in line with my tastes. And I know they need to save something for the actual game itself. Yes, I know myself, and I'm probably sure all of you don't want to see every single character before the game launches, but I would like to see a little bit more, I guess, design-wise. So anyway, let's get into it. So July 2021 update. Important backer information, Slacker backer store closing. Sadly, all good things must come to an end, so we are announcing the closure of the Slacker backer store on August 28th, 2021. This is largely because the growing number of backers is becoming harder to manage logistically, and the team would like to focus more of their energy on driving the development of the game towards completion. Oh man, well, that's a good problem to have if you're having too many people get into the game. Rest assured, this is not the legacy backer store, which will continue to stay open. Any current backers will still have the option to buy add-ons from the legacy backer store. Cool. So be sure to spread the word in case you have any friends, family, or pets that would like to join the ranks of our backer heroes over the next month. Character profile, Ormond, and it looks like I got my wish. We got a dwarf. We actually have a dwarf here. That's awesome. I actually am liking the slick look of his beard here too. Oh, if I had to gripe, I would say I was just hoping for a more almost like a Gimli type dwarf rather than the classic minor dwarf. This is kind of reminding me very much of, oh my God, what was it? Suikoden 3. So let's keep going here. And Suikoden 5 too. Let's see here. Race, the dwarves. Gender male, age 36, favorite food, omelet. This dwarven miner's oversized pack is crammed with every possible tool he might need for the job. Ormond has keen ears and can locate ore just by striking the rock with his hammer and listening to the hum. However, he sometimes makes it seem like everything has to happen on the double. Right, we'll pitch the tent here and a hammock here. Oh, and if we'll be toiling here a while, we must build a proper stove. With a little elbow grease, will be up and running within the hour. Kowano's comment. In the first stages of the design process, I gave Ormond more attributes typically associated with dwarves and submitted a rough sketch of Ormond with a bushy, unkempt beard. But the team quickly pointed out that his meticulous personality would mean he'd most likely keep his beard neatly braided and wear colors that would mask the dirt on his clothes. So here's the cleaner and more presentable version of him. What do you think? Hey, I'm just glad that we got a non-human character. That I'm gonna take that as a win. I was hoping for the more burly warrior type. Well, we can't always get what we want, right? But otherwise, I think he looks pretty clean, and Kowano knows how to draw. Oh, background concept art, Camp Village, working name. Okay, that looks great. That Camp Village looks pretty fantastic. Residential homes, Imperial tents, Allied Forces tents. I'm actually really liking just the architecture of everything in the game. It's looking pretty damn good. So the Imperial tents are kind of like a darker blue, lighter blue for the Allied Forces. And we kind of got their emblem here. Allied Forces, it looks like a couple wreaths and a sun. Cool. Murakami's comment. We can't reveal much, but here are some early images of the Empire and the Allied Forces' camps. Things often get changed, but we thought you'd enjoy seeing the differences between the production process and the final product. I'm an avid camper myself, so I always feel a sense of excitement when I see the progress of the tent designs. Murayama's monthly development report. My story writing process begins by having a general overarching plot, which I then insert characters into. Afterwards, I try to explore what the characters would do or think within the setting they're in. I believe that a story revolves around the characters in it, and its ultimate goal is to tell their life stories. Exactly. Through the thoughts that they have and the choices that they make. So I always put a lot of effort into making sure a character's particular point of view accurately drives their actions. I feel characters lose their integrity when they end up doing things they wouldn't normally do for the sole purpose of moving the plot. Oh yeah, if all of a sudden characters start acting against, well, their character, or, and this is another problem in media, is they start being really fucking dumb all of a sudden and start making choices that you just can't explain, especially if they're a smart character. Oh man, that shit drives me wild. Once I have a general plot going, I often find that some of my characters will go and do things that surprise me. Moments like that are a thrill to see, and I always end up giving those characters more screen time. But when a character says a line that's so true to their very being, it really moves me, and I get so into that I end up acting out the scenes in my head. I think assembling a group of characters that are so grounded and true to who they are, then seeing how they interact with one another is what really makes an intriguing story. I would agree with that. I can't wait for you all to meet these characters. Sometimes they give me so much trouble and other times so much joy. Yeah, you got to figure out how to drive the story forward with characters with certain personalities, I guess, in a way that you want the plot to go, but at the same time isn't against the characters themselves. So oof, that sounds like some mental gymnastics. Well, we're from the team. Hello everyone, I hope you're having a Komutastic day. It's me, Komuta. Jay wrote about it in the last update, but time really does fly too fast, in fact. The rainy season just ended in Japan and summer is in full swing. I really don't want to believe that half the year is already over. I have been busy creating the world map for Eiyuden based on the plot Murayama's created. Nice. Story, planning, design, programming. A lot of people in different departments are working in parallel with one another, which can sometimes cause delays. One of my main duties is to make the final call on things so we don't have any setbacks, but I just can't pull myself away from working on the world map, even though I still have a ton of other decision-making calls to make. Using some of the more finalized elements of the plot, I've come up with a rough idea for the map, and have been brainwashing with Murayama to fill in the gaps. There's a village northwest of the town Perrier is in, and I want to put a dungeon southwest of that village. That dungeon should be southwest of the town where Perrier is located. Just when we think we've laid down the concrete foundations, we'll get a message like, there isn't any terrain warding off this area, but you won't be able to access it until you reach a certain part of the story. Sometimes we'll get directions that seem almost like a riddle too. If you have the proper requirements, you can move forward with the design. Other times we'll be given a keyword out of nowhere, like massive forest. But with each new piece of information, the world map begins to take shape piece by piece, a bit like Neo Atlas. I love Neo Atlas. I hope they come out with a new one soon. It's just so exciting to create the world map for an RPG game. I love world maps for RPG games, and I'm sure a lot of you who are into Eiyuden probably do too. Murayama usually gives me the fundamental details from a story and game design perspective. After adding towns and dungeons, we go to Jay and the designers to discuss how we want the locations to look and feel. For example, I want the view from this spot to have more impact. Once we start to see the larger picture, everyone gets more and more hyped. I want to take a stroll around this world. I want to go on an adventure. Absolutely, I want to go on this adventure. And that brings us back to the sweltering heat of summer. Here's a little something to combat the heat. My cold tomato and tuna pasta, extra garlic. It's easy to make, tasty, and really good for you. Give it a try. Doesn't look too bad. I hope you all take good care of yourself, and let's go through this summer together. And let's get through the summer together. We appreciate your continued support. Eiyuden Chronicle, thank you for 1 year. We got some art here for some of the characters. Cool. Oh, this harkens back to the Kickstarter trailer, the outfit he's wearing. That's awesome. I wonder if that'll be a costume in game. That might be a lot of work though, but he actually looks pretty good in that. Yeah, first anniversary. Time flies, man. A message from Yoshitaka Murayama. A whole year has already passed since we started this crazy Kickstarter campaign. Looking back on it now, I think the excitement of it all was way too much, LOL. But you illuminated a path for us, and this year we've been working to achieve the lofty goal waiting at its end. So thank you. From Junko Kawano. It's been a year already. I'm still coming up with character designs every day, and sometimes I wonder if it'll ever end. Which is why I have to ask you guys to wait just a little longer until we get this finished. With all your support, I'm able to keep pushing forward every day. Thank you all so much. From Junichi Murakami. 1 year has passed since we started this Kickstarter, but every day of it has been spent thinking about Eiyuden Chronicle. From a production standpoint, we wondered how to best use the funds you've given us to meet everyone's expectations. How should we go about collecting any extra funds we need? When will we need to onboard more staff? And so on and so forth. We were always scrambling with the mountain of things we needed to do. Then from an art direction standpoint, we rebuilt the prototype based on how the actual game is going to play. Creating graphic structures and images that are stable enough has been a daily back and forth of trial and error. We lose our daylight hours negotiating ideals and compromises while our evenings are dedicated to creating resources. How can I be this busy? We're running out of time. Will I ever get any rest? That sounds like game development to me. Pretty much sums up the past year for me, but I don't regret it a single bit, probably because I know there are people out there who will enjoy what we create. Yeah, a couple of us. So lately I found myself thinking about how glad I am that we did a Kickstarter in the first place. I'm sorry to keep all our supporters waiting, but I'm going to keep doing my best every day, so please keep rooting for me. From Osamu Kamuda. Can you believe it's already been a year since the Kickstarter campaign last July? Nope. That's the thing with getting older. Time just goes by faster and faster. That was the moment we started working together towards making our dream of Eiyuden Chronicle a reality. The passion I felt from everyone during the campaign still burns in me now. Oh, so much passion during that campaign. Everyone was just busting in the comments, people making videos, just talking to people about it. Awesome time. Especially during our closing stream, the excitement we felt from everyone was off the charts. Thank you so much. Please continue supporting us. Now, to figure out a way to include football, fish, mer people, I need to seriously consider just making them a hero. So this is a football fish. Horrifying. Would be a pretty cool merman though, I think. It'd be pretty damn scary, right up there with Eupharius, I would think. So that is for the update. So just kind of the 1 year anniversary talk, some more concept art, them still doing their thing, working on the game. I do like this piece of art here with the hero though. I think that's pretty cool. And then we got some concept art. I am loving the concept art for the environments. I still think that looks really cool. The tents look really cool. And then I am glad I got my wish. We got another race. We got a dwarf. That's cool. They did mention them earlier on. I was hoping that wasn't just like a passing fancy or just, you know, lip service. So I'm glad we do got them. I hope we get more of a variety with dwarves. I hope we get maybe at least one other one. Maybe more of a warrior type. That's my hope anyway. So that's it for the update, guys. Pretty straightforward. No monster art this week or this month, which I think we've had damn near monster art every goddamn month going forward. I'm hoping for my hope for next one. I'm going to say a badass female elf. That's what I want for the next update, is a badass female elf. We'll see if it happens. So as always, thanks for watching this Eiyuden Chronicle update, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.